So it's been a little while, but look what's back. Yep, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. The BSA Goldstar is finally back, and this bike is finally working. Fingers crossed 100%. We got some break-in miles to do. The bike's already had a couple of miles put on it, but it's been a long journey with this bike and I haven't told you guys anything about it, and here it is. This thing has had quite a saga lately of just misfortune and just mishap. Now obviously last year I bought this BSA Goldstar. This is a 1962 BSA Goldstar, and I fired it up. Wasn't quite satisfied with how the bike was running, and then I told you guys I couldn't fire it up, unfortunately, for the one video that I made on it. After that, the bike sat in storage / display for the winter, and it finally went to retro speed where the aerial was before I got it back. After I got the aerial back, the Goldstar went to the shop, and they were working on the Goldstar for the last couple months because, well, it's had a couple of unfortunate situations. Let's get it off the trailer, start it up, fire it up, because I haven't heard this thing yet. Take it for a little ride and talk about some of the issues that I've had with it, what was done, what was fixed, and what the next couple steps are. I've yet to ride this thing more than a quarter mile, so I'm very excited right now. It's like getting a new bike, except I've had this motorcycle for nearly a year and I've never rode it. He's a little smaller than I remember. For those of you that might have missed the last video, one thing that a couple people did comment on was the fact that the stand was overcentering on itself. That is one thing that did go ahead and fix and take care of while some of the other fixes were done. But now I gotta remember the starting sequence of this thing, because each of them have a unique sequence, and if you don't kick them right, well, you're gonna break your foot. Alright, so with this bike, this is the advance and retard, so I'm just gonna bring it down, retard the ignition. So we got choke here, so there's nothing running to this anymore. All right, no ignition, fuel on. All right. Find TDC. Bring it right over. Wants to come off the stand. Alright, TDC, a little over. She wants to start. Might be a good time to check to see if we have gas. And I might have to run a reserve. Should have done that from the beginning. Okay, I think we got it this time. I'm gonna have to catch the RPMs with the throttle, I think. Not like it took a million minutes or anything like that. Man, I'm sweating. It is hot today. I'm gonna take it for a little joyride, and then we're gonna talk about what happened and then take it for a real ride. If you've never rode a Goldstar before, this thing does not disappoint. This lives up to its name. Oh my God. Wow, 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 wow. If I had one word to, or one phrase to describe a Goldstar, it is a Honda GB500 on steroids. The GB500 is one of my favorite bikes of all time. It is very subdued, it's very easy to ride, it's very fun, it's just a simple all-arounder. But this is if you took all the things about that bike and then made it high compression, racing, and just Steroids. This is what that is. Obviously the Goldstar, the Thruxton, this is the reason why that bike exists in the first place. Now we will take it out for a ride in just a second, but before we do take it for a ride, I want to talk about the problems this motorcycle had. So I was telling you guys in the last video, I wasn't confident at how the barrel was bolted down. You know, I wasn't sure if the barrel was bolted down. I don't remember if I've ever fired this on camera before. I don't think I have. Again, because the barrel was shaking around and I wasn't very confident with it. So I said, you know, instead of me looking around and kind of poking around the bike, and my dad also, just without having too much time for it, we decided, you know what, when springtime comes, we're going to send it over to Brady at Retro Speed and he's going to take care of it. And he did take care of it. He just had a little bit of difficulty that I'm very glad that he had to deal with and not me, because if I had to deal with it, the bike would still be in pieces. Well, he found out the sleeve in the barrel and the piston were basically worn down. The barrel was honed in extra time. The previous owner did go through the engine, but instead of him redoing it, putting a new sleeve in it, he ended up just boring it out and honing it one more time and putting a same old piston in it. He should have put a new sleeve in it, so it was already kind of on its last legs. So what Brady recommended was punch the sleeve out, put a new sleeve in, put a new piston in, and call it a day. But that's kind of where it got a little more complicated. He sent it out to a machine shop because they're not a machine shop, and the machine shop took a couple of weeks to get it done. He got it back, great. New piston, new barrel, and now it was time to rock and roll. Then ended up with a problem. These Goldstars have a very weird head situation. Basically what he was describing to me was like the Ducatis have a bevel drive system where there's a sleeve and there's kind of an aluminum ring inside of the head, and those two press together without a head gasket, and that's how the Ducatis are set up. This is set up in the same way, but there is a head gasket in this. It's a very different thing. It was the first time he was working with it, so he's like, okay, all good. We need to go get the head machined. Head was sent out to get machined, and everything was all good. Bike was all back together, and, you know, we were on time. He said, you know, probably about a month with all the machine work, and just to make sure we do it all right, put a little bit of running mileage on it. And then they took it out for a test ride, and the sleeve broke. So it seized up, and apparently they had a crack in the sleeve. I'm going to try to say this based off the memory. So they were trying to go with a 4/1000 clearance for the sleeve. Sleeve busted. That added about another month or so to the timeline, month and a half, give or take. Machine shop burnt down. So they had a fire at the machine shop, and it delayed it a little bit more. So we kind of looked at 2 months because the engine took a decent amount of time at the machine shop that second round. All said and done, he got it running and he got it working, and he got it back to me as fast as he could. So that is what has happened with the Goldstar. But now I'm happy to report, just took it out for a ride. She is running healthy. She's not smoking. She is, well, almost all ready to go. And I say almost, because she's got the wrong carburetor on him. GP carb, here we come. No idle, here we come. It took me a while to get this bike started. I was trying to remember the quirks and whatever. I might have forgot to prime the carburetor. Either way, Goldstar, GP carb. I'd like to put a TT carb on it. Clubman handlebars, clip-ons, all of that stuff. I really want to do it because I love how the bike looks with that. I don't care if it's uncomfortable. I don't care if I'm not going to want to ride it too much. The Goldstar is for special rides. It's a special bike, and I intend to ride it and bring it out. You know, I do not plan to keep this bike hiding away. That's my biggest problem with all of you people watching who have British motorcycles. Stop hiding them. Take them out, ride them. You know, I understand that these bikes are worth a lot of money now, but come on, man, take them out, ride them. Show some appreciation, let other people see them. You know, I had a bunch of people look at this thing on the trailer. I just took it out for a ride. Everyone at the gas station, you know, turning their head like, oh my God, what is that? Take the bikes out, ride them, enjoy them. You don't have to daily them, but, you know, a couple times a year at the minimum, take them out to some shows, please. And that's what I intend to do with it. It's a big race weekend this weekend, and I was gonna take my car, but I think I'll take the Goldstar. Now I know what you guys are saying. You guys have been seeing us wear these sick t-shirts all summer long, been wondering, yo, where do I get one of those? Well, they are now officially live on the VintageRacingClub.co official website. Not only are these t-shirts super sick, but they're also really high quality because that's what we do. Buy your t-shirts now!
Alright, it's a little bit later in the day now. It was way too hot earlier to be riding this thing. I just realized I forgot my gloves. But I was just so excited to hop back onto this bike. No mirrors is not the greatest thing in the world. Cannot see behind me whatsoever. But taking a ride on the Goldstar. There's still a couple improvements I want to make. The first one is if I grab this rear brake here, there's a lot of feedback coming from the drum. You're kind of up and down and up and down. I don't like that at all. Even with the standard transmission, you really got to rev them up in order for them to leave gear. It takes a second getting used to the opposite pattern on the right hand shift. I was just on my Hornet, which is the other pattern on the other side, so I got to make sure I don't over rev her. But we do have the timing on this one, so it is a manual advance. Decompression valve, the choke is disconnected because this one doesn't have a choke on it. Yeah, this thing is really healthy now. A lot more confidence inspiring than the ride was before, I'll tell you that. I gotta get used to playing around with this. Like right now, the bike wants to pull fine, but in like kind of dead zone like this, the bike wants to die unless it's got some more RPM, and it has to be playing with the ignition timing, because when you are full pin on it, there's no stutters, nothing, full advance on it. Maybe I do have to be a little bit more advanced. Oh man, this thing feels insane to ride. I describe this bike as a GB on steroids, because that's truly what this bike feels like to ride. They're so like sensory overload. It's a single 500. You kind of get the same thumping and buffeting and all of that. But obviously it's a British bike. You just get so much more feedback with the Goldstar, and I'm sure I have a lot to learn as far as riding the bike and the behaviors, as you can tell right there. Still breaking the engine in a little bit, so I don't really want to full pin or go crazy with her at all. Any advice on riding the bike as far as the timing, carburetor, tune-up setups, and anything from owners or anyone who's worked on these bikes before, feel free to leave them down in the comment section down below. I'd love your opinions on them. Just, oh my god. I mean, honestly, I've been on a lot of motorcycles, and this Goldstar makes you feel like nothing else. Wow, wow, wow. I absolutely love, I'm gonna open my visor here. I absolutely love the tweeting from the exhaust that the Goldstar gives. It just sounds so good. I'd love to know what the red line of the Goldstar is, or what's an appropriate place to bring it up. I assume it's more than 5,500, and that's all I'm willing to take it up to. Kind of keep it under 4 for this braking is probably my goal. Just what a absolutely phenomenal bike. But yeah, the brake sensation might be caused by the wheel not being properly balanced. That could be part of it. I just absolutely love how I guess mechanical, I guess you can say, the gauge cluster is with these things. It's tick 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 tick. These things never sweep. You know what I think it is? I think she just always wants more throttle. It just wants to be constantly sucking in gasoline. Just does not like being just nice to it. It wants throttle. I see how it is. You gotta just love being able to just hear the carburetor sucking in gas.
And just like that, I've pulled the motorcycle back inside, and it's gonna sit in the garage here for a little bit. I might take it out this weekend, haven't decided quite yet. I think I'm not going to because there's a high chance it's gonna rain, and I gotta figure out the registration stuff because, well, the state of Wisconsin is very dumb when it comes to handing out collector plates, even though collector plates are the best thing that's ever happened to the state. But that's all I have for this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content on Goldstar and all the rest of the bikes, and make sure to go pick up your house tees, which are now live in the first link in the description.